everyone, I'm Nandini Gaikwad here, and we are back with episode 8 of Alumni Talk Series. And with us, we have Mr. Aakash Karvande, who is 2015 pass out from Electronics and Telecommunication. Mr. Aakash Karvande is a Process Engineer SMT Technik at BMK Group and MBA graduate. So, welcome you, sir. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, thank you for having me today. Yeah, I'm Aakash. I was studying with RSCOE from 2011 till 2015 in EMTC, and yeah, right now I'm working in Germany for as a process engineer.
So, let's start with the questions then.
Yeah.
So, my first question to you is: did you think about doing an MBA even during your college years, or did you think about it after you worked in the industry?
Actually, it's a really good question. I happened to realize that when I was in engineering and studying engineering, especially ENTC, there were a couple of incidences where I could realize that maybe I should pursue something else other than engineering, or maybe the technical education is not meant for me. But then after completing my engineering, which was also, I was completely an average student, not really top student or something, but after completing my engineering, I got a placement from college and I worked with Flextronics for 1.5 years almost. And then there I realized that how potentially big the management roles are, or how my potential could be used if I have done something in management, or if I have done something, or if I have studied something related to management. And that's why there I realized that I have to maybe, if I'm thinking something after this job, or if I'm planning to study something more apart from my engineering, then I have to pursue management only, or MBA, for example. So to answer to your question, yeah, after I got into the industry. So before, when I was doing my engineering, there was no plan of doing some masters or MBA, for example.
Great. So, second question is: what things we need to think before we actually decide that I'm going to do MBA?
Well, it's important that what I realized from my experience is students or young people, they tend to plan their things really well in advance. So if they're in engineering second year or third year or fourth year in last year, they tend to plan that, okay, I will go for this part of a stream for my master's, or I will do MBA right away, like after getting graduation. I would strongly recommend that go for any work experience after your engineering, because before engineering, you are in a complete shell of conventional education, for example. You don't have much freeness, or you don't have much ability to explore some other subjects, because you're in completely back-to-back lessons, back-to-back exams, your 10th, your 12th. And then when you come to a college life, or when you come to engineering, for example, you have lots of things you can explore. You have exhibitions, you have extracurricular activities, you have lots of technical summits, you have lots of technical events happening at our college also. Then you can explore new abilities of yourself. You have to be really confident about your abilities, that yes, these are the things which I like, and you have to be convincing about yourself that even if 100 people are following, for example, this stream, and I am liking this other one, then I have to believe myself that no, this is the one which I really like. And even if it's not that popular right now, or if it's not that how you say in the boom right now, but you have to feel that I am confident about it, and I'm comfortable about it, and I will do it anyway. So this is something which I realized after my my engineering, because of the work experience I did in my company. So I would really recommend them to go for any work experience. Any work experience. It's not necessary that you are. If you get a really nice job opportunity, obviously you do that. But instead of directly going to any master study or master education, go for some really good work experience that will help you to understand how industry works, how things in the industry is happening, how to behave in a work culture, how to talk to people, how to handle the work pressure, how to make the abilities which are not even unknowingly uh, are there inside you, but you have to, be at the moment, do some things which are really new. um, that will help you to understand which exactly stream you want to follow in the future. So yeah.
Yeah, I do agree with you with that point. So, is it profitable to do MBA from India?
Yes, it's. I think MBA is such a vast. Like when you say MBA, it's really completely a vast Pandora box. So you have to be really comfortable about. You have to be really precise about what exactly in MBA. So MBA in what? MBA in operations, MBA in marketing, MBA in what exactly? Now there are some really new streams also in MBA, like business analytics, MBA business analytics also. So what is analytics? What is analysis? These are the things which are really coming new and popping up new now. So I would, I mean, I did not do my MBA in India, but from my friends, from the students which are also doing similar kind of things, what I did in here in India, um, I would say that there are really nice colleges, there are really nice universities which are giving some really actual like not only the book experience but also outside the book experience, the actual practical experience to the people with your internships, with your apprenticeships, with going and actually experiencing what exactly work life is, what exactly the business culture is, how you behave. There are two aspects of the things. One is the technical side, one is management side, how to handle the management side. These are really important things. So um, I'm not well aware about the educational things in how, I mean, about India, how things are happening about in MBA about India, but I can surely say you things about how things happen about MBA in Germany. So I would really say that if you are getting a chance to study and if you really want to pursue study MBA in India, then I think you should go for it.
I hope audience have noted it. So, some tips for our audience, students who want to pursue electronics field.
Electronics, I would say the next thing which is really important after IT or comp is electronics. Um, yes, there will be some debatable questions coming on, like mechanical is also important, civil is also important, but I would really say that electronics is a really, really important branch of engineering now, and it will be in next coming years, because um, IT comms are basically software-based engineering. I'm not aware of their technicalities because I have not studied it, but I studied engineering and I studied electronics, and I know that to work something soft in the software base, you need a strong hardware base. And now everything is coming with some of them, some of the other things are coming with electronics. So whoever are studying with electronics, who are with ENTC, for example, I would really, really want them to say that this is the right decision you have made. Sometimes you tend to feel that did I make the right decision by taking the, I mean, you are not aware of what exactly in second year or third year of engineering, how the subjects will come, what are the subjects, if you would be really able to understand them. You're not aware of that in first year when you make the choices, like you go for electronics or you go for IT. But whoever chose electronics or telecommunication or electrical, for example, I would really say to them that this is the best decision I think you have made. About the scope, you have to understand that nothing now in future from here onwards, or what I feel from my experiences, uh, going to a one conventional path will not help you. So you have to be really adaptive. You have to really be open to everything. So learn some really important industry tools. For example, MATLAB, embedded software systems, or designing tools which you can learn with CAD. Or so, for example, now I'm working in PCB manufacturing technology. So uh, important tools which are for us are like Velour or PCB design tools. So apart from only doing engineering, do some additional stuffs which are software based. So learn some embedded language skills, do some extra research about what exactly in the electronics industry required now. So telecommunication is also coming. If you're studying ENTC, what are the software tools which are required in telecommunication? um, there are really nice companies coming in India who are into the satellite manufacturing or supporting satellite communication. um, how can I research about them? How can I learn what exactly tools they are using, and how can I learn those new tools, or how can I learn those new software languages, for example? This will help you in future. And there is a really important branch of coming from electronics, which is robotics, which is also really important, and it will become really important in future. So even if you are in electronics engineer and you are searching something that what you will do or how should I approach my jobs or something, these research which you this complete research what you did in your third year or fourth year will help you to realize what is exactly happening in industry right now, and how the software tools which you learn is going to really help you to stand outside the crowd. And I think it's also the same thing for IT and com, because they are also studying engineering normally, but if once they are going into one company or one position, they have to learn new tools, or they have to actually learn that software language, which they are not having that much experience in their engineering. So it's the same thing with electronics also. You have to understand which are important software languages or tools for electronics manufacturing, production, and then if you learn them in well time, or in well in advanced time, then your prospects working in electronics industry will grow up really fast, like really in a huge potential it will grow up. So yeah.
So please suggest some top current topics which are very trendy in current electronics.
I would, from my experience, I would suggest search for AI, so artificial intelligence, which is something not completely electronics, but going hand in hand with mechatronics. So search for artificial intelligence, how you can learn or just start searching about it, get some information about artificial intelligence. The second thing, as I earlier mentioned, the robotics, it's really important. It's really coming in. I don't know, every other company now which is related to electronics or electronics manufacturing or production manufacturing is giving really importance to robotics. And I think every electronics student knows how important robotics is. For example, if I dig down microcontrollers, how you like embedded languages, how you code microcontrollers. These are the really basic things which you can learn in your engineering. I mean, yes, there are ways which you can be really precise about which industries or which companies you are going to follow in future. But these are the general skills which will help you in any company. Third thing, I would say the satellite communication or mobile communication, which is LTE, so long-term evolution, which is really hyping right now. In India, you see that the digitization is really helping the industries not only the industries in India, but outside the India, industries are also looking to India and like they are planning to establish their really their manufacturing units or something, production units in India. If you're learning something related to these kind of industries, or for example, telecommunication, satellite communication, these information, I'm not saying learn something tool or something, but gather some information. If you are willing to do something really important in that sector, you can do it. The next thing is production. I'm working in production, EMS, electronic manufacturing services. Mostly this area covers some companies like, for example, Samsung, or consumer electronics companies like LG, or you say mobile communication companies, mobile manufacturing companies. If you're thinking to do, and if you're willing to work in the production, EMS production, then there are some really nice master courses after your engineering in Pune University itself. You can find them, like production courses where they teach you how a manufacturing works, how the improvement, the optimization in manufacturing can be improved, the quality issues in manufacturing or in production can be improved. This is also a really huge branch, because considering the new prospects India is proposing to entire world, that they can, like basically India is inviting people or companies to establish their manufacturing or production plants in India, with offering that skilled manpower, then these skills will help you to secure a really bright future in this particular area.
Yeah. So what should be goal of each year so that we can understand where we are lacking? Also save time on wasting other stuff.
Oh, wasting time is something I think each individual's choice. So I would suggest, as I did in my engineering also, I was really following extracurricular activities. If you're in engineering, as I always said, it's a really huge, like, you are surrounded with technical people, you're surrounded with all the technology stuff, but you're also having lots of opportunities to learn something new. Languages, you can do some extracurricular activities. There are lots of technical events happening in RSCOE. I know that because I also participate in one of the technical events. You can work in team, you can develop a project, work in team, present it to your department, or something which is really giving prospects of the skills which are important in team. I think everyone knows that when you're working in a team, there are lots of things coming. How to identify the potential improvement, how to present your idea, how to communication. These are the things are important. I have also seen a lot of people, they tend to hesitate when they're communicating in English or in other language, for example, if you're learning in that. So that hesitation should go away. You should be free, you should be open to anything. These are the skills which you can learn instead of, I mean, you don't have to precisely invest extra time for that. These are the things which you can do in your engineering as well. Participating in technical events, participating in extracurricular activities, participating in such activities which are helping your college or which are helping to boost some skills inside you, and doing something extra than the conventional method of education. This will always help you after your engineering, because lots of the skills which I was not aware in myself were identified in this kind of curricular activities. Your leadership skills, your pressure handle skills, your how you communicate with your teammates, how you encounter a problem. These things will tell you lots of will give you lots of experience, which will be eventually helpful for you in future. So I mean, wasting a time was it's individual choice. I wouldn't comment on that because um, everybody's their definition of wasting time is different. So somebody is on their mobile, but there's some doing something productive, then I wouldn't call that as wasting time. So I wouldn't tell people like don't use your mobile or don't use something. It's the individual's choice, but I can only say that if you're doing engineering, these skills or these things doing after your engineering lectures, after your engineering would really help you. Yeah.
Yeah. So, how do you think learning a new language will help you achieve the job role?
Yeah, for me it was really important. I think in Germany in general, if you're coming, and like I have lots of also friends, lots of people also ask me when they are planning to come to Germany, or they're having a prospect that they will come and work in Germany. But the first important thing I tell them always is, if you're coming to Germany, you have to learn German. There is no absolutely no alternative for that. What I did from my experience, what I tell you is, I also learned German before coming to Germany, but it was a really basic German. It was not as fluent as I am right now. But after coming Germany, lots of people tend to do that. Yeah, okay, I did it in India before coming to Germany, some basic stuff. And when they come here, they start working for some English company or English language company, and then they do not usually follow learning a language. But I would really recommend them to also go and study or learn German. This will not only help them when they're in Germany. This will help them for their entire career, because as you are aware, as you know, that lots of German companies are in collaboration with their Indian sister branches or daughter companies, and there they need people who can communicate in their own language, because these people sitting in Germany, they are doing everything in German, even their technical documents, their technical, sometimes their coding also is in German, because now everything is possible. So if somebody wants to understand or implement their idea, they are better able to explain it in their own mother tongue. So that's here in Germany also. So if you are learning an extra language apart from German, if you're learning any extra language, you will be really apart, like you will be really out of the crowd. And um, for German, especially people coming from or mechanical mostly, because the automobile industries are most here in Germany. So mechanical and IT and comp is also now really taking pace here. So if you're studying German and if you're fluent in German, that would obviously help you. But in future also, if you came here and you're thinking going back to India and you know German language fluently, then that will also help you, because then other prospects open when you're in India working for a German company. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what problem you faced when you were graduating, which you think others are also facing? Will you help them out?
Um, I think during engineering, first thing I was an average student. So to get a job or to secure a job was one of the main prospects, and that was the first challenge which I faced. Second challenge was, you have to be really blunt and you have to be really honest about this, that you won't find that much electronically focused jobs in Pune or in general in that area. You have to go down to other cities like Bangalore or Chennai to be really precisely, specifically working in electronics industry. Um, if you are having from your side that no, I really want to stay in Pune, or I really want to stay in Maharashtra and work here for electronics company, then you have to be really potentially skilled. You have to be really communicative. You have to be really understand that. You have to understand that coming or doing something conventional won't help you. You have to do something else. While graduation, RSCOE and the technical placement cell, so board sir actually really helped us a lot for the students which are basically averagely like they are not that much really well in their like in their results or in their engineering, but they're averagely placed. So they really pushed us to learn some new languages or learn some new skills, which I did on my own, and that really helped me. But the main and crucial challenge was to find a job and to find the right company. Because of the RSCOE and because of the Shahu, for example, lots of students from mechanical and electronics and electrical engineering got their first job in the core area, in the core industry, for example, not from like mechanical students going for IT companies, but mechanical students are going only for the mechanical companies or for their core jobs. I was one of them. I was one of them who got this opportunity to work in the EMS company, which was Flextronics, also got placed from RSCOE. And there, everything changed once you get a job, and once you realize that yeah, these are the challenges I faced, and how should I now overcome these challenges. So working and going for electronics industry, when you actually in the company, you realize that, okay, there is much of product development or product management side to the core industry part, but there are other skills also, like um, the main electronics industry, where it is exactly. It's in Bangalore, it's in Chennai. You are supporting from basically sitting here to them, and all these things. Um, Second thing, I would say that professors were really cooperative, especially in the ENTC department. They are someone who is actually telling you what's right now for this exam, for this moment of the time, what exactly right thing is to do, and that helped me also a lot to focus on the right things, because I was also doing lots of extracurricular activities, and um, professors at the right time told me that this is the right time, you should do this now and focus on this now. So that helped me also a lot. Being in ENTC engineering, I realized that the syllabus and getting out of engineering, like in 4 years of engineering and scoring lots of marks, it becomes a little bit difficult. I think it's for me, but we also had lots of students which were scoring really well. But at the end of the year, at the end of the engineering, you realize that what exactly and how should you prepare for exam, and how should you study electronics. So it would have helped me if I would have realized it, how to prepare for exam before in my second or third year. But yeah, these are the challenges which I faced during the graduation, for example.
Yeah, so there is a big rush towards computer science and information technology. So what's your opinion about it?
Yes, there is a rush towards computer and IT, but I would say that it's coming. I mean, everyone is going there now because we have lots of people already completed their mechanical and electronics or electrical, for example, in last or something. If people now are following comp and IT, there will be some time in future where we'll have lots of engineering with comp and IT, and then there will be really need of people who are studied hardware engineering or production engineering or mechanical or electronics and electrical. Now it's supply and demand basically. Now there are lots of demand from these kind of engineering, like engineering faculty or engineering branches, because everyone is going there. There are lots of companies offering jobs, lots of positions open, because people are thinking, yeah, okay, I'll do IT and I'll just get a job. That's it. That's the basic conventional thinking behind anything going for IT or com. I have seen really less people who are really enthusiastic about coding, who are really enthusiastic about IT engineering or developing something new. So I feel about my opinion about this is a really a trend which is going now on the higher side, but this eventually will settle up. At some point of time, there will not be the elevation, there will be really stabling one. And at that time, you will realize the importance of hardware or production engineers, which are actually developing something on the ground, developing something really new from the conventional processes. And for mechanical and electronics and electrical engineering, there won't be easy way going forward. You have to understand and accept that. You have to be really, really multiple talent. You have to have multiple things with you in your backpack to go and fight with your current thing. So learning which is really in hype now, some software language which is in hype now, will really help you with your hardware skills or with your hardware knowledge to make you as one of the really exceptional case when you're applying for any job, for example. And yeah, I come from a production engineering. I come from also electronics, and I'm also now working as a production engineer. So I know what are the problems, and but I feel that we have to be really patient and open, and we have to not sit quiet and just be demotivated that everyone is going for comp and IT. You have to believe yourself, you have to be confident about self and start learning something new which will eventually help you.
Okay. So thank you for being with us for today and sharing your thoughts with us students. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, it was a really nice talk after so many years. So
Yeah.
thank you so much.